Hi, it's Mary and Eden, and tonight we're going to make for you some cauliflower crust pizza. So we all know that the carbs in regular pizza really can get us down. So this is a great alternative. Kids love it. Careful, Eden. And they'll eat it, even though it's cauliflower crust. When I first heard of this, I was like, ew, yuck, it would be disgusting. But it actually, I prefer it over regular crust pizza. So I really encourage you to try it. We have here a head of, what's in here, Eden? Tell them. What is this? Do you remember?
Cauliflower.
We have a head of cauliflower, and what we did is we put it in the trusty old food processor until it was like almost a paste. Please don't eat it. And then we took cheesecloth and we squeezed all of the liquid out of it, so it turned into like this. It almost looks like a baked potato. Now all we have to do is we're going to add 2 eggs, about 2-3 cloves of garlic. If you're a garlic lover like us, you can add as much as you want. Go ahead, dump it in.
And this?
And that, what's that, Eden?
Cheese.
Eden's favorite, cheese. We have about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. It's more like 1/4 now that Eden's been eating handfuls of it. Then we have some sea salt. You really want to over season this because cauliflower doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. So some cracked pepper. Some people like to put hot pepper flakes in it or different seasonings. We do oregano and basil. And like I said, go ahead and over season it because it's going to be bland if you don't. Keep your hands out because now the eggs are in there. It'll make your tummy sick. And then, so we got basil, oregano, salt, pepper, Parmesan, a couple eggs. And then you just basically mix it together until it becomes like a dough. And what you're going to do after you make it into a dough is you're going to put it right on a prepared baking sheet. We use parchment paper. We put a little bit of spray on our parchment paper. Really important that you don't forget to squeeze the liquid out of this so that it can get crispy in the oven. Honey, this is not for eating until we cook it because it'll make your tummy sick. Okay, so you just kind of mix up all the ingredients that were in there. If you want to keep dairy out, you can keep dairy out. Don't put the cheese in, but maybe put 3 eggs then instead because the cheese does melt and help hold this crust together. So once it's really kind of mixed together, you can take it and put it right on your baking sheet, and you want to get it pretty thin. So if you've gotten a lot of the water out, you're going to bake it at 350 for about 40 minutes. The thinner you make it, and the more water that you squeeze out of it in that cheesecloth, the crispier your crust will get. And the difference between this and regular pizza is you're going to cook this crust first for about 40 minutes. Yes, honey, you'll be able to put the stuff on it in a minute. And what we do is, Daddy likes a regular crust, so we're going to make another pizza for Daddy while this is in the oven. But Eden and I will eat this. Can you come back on the camera and say hello? So you're going to make it as thin as you can. Kind of just pat it out onto your baking sheet, and then we're going to pop it into the oven and let this cook for about 40-45 minutes until it turns brown like a pizza crust would. And then when we take it out, we'll put all those traditional toppings that you put on, like sauce. Some people like to put meat. I personally will put onions and peppers on this one, and cheese. And then you pop it back in the oven for about 5 minutes to let the cheese melt. Eden, come tell them what you want. Come tell them on the camera. And then you pop it back in the oven for about 5 more minutes and melt the cheese, and then voila, your dinner's done. Low carb, you're getting your veggies in for your kids. Here's our crust. And we are going to pull Eden back to put it into the oven. And then we're just going to let it cook for 40 minutes. While we do some other things, get other stuff ready for the day. So that's in the oven, ready to go. Eden, look on there. What are you going to put on your pizza when we take the crust out?
Pepperonis.
Eden wants some pepperonis on there. What else?
What is that?
That's the dough. You shouldn't eat it because it has eggies in it. Okay, tell them see you next time.
Hey.
Say enjoy your pizza.
Enjoy your pizza.
Bye-bye.